In timeout. In time out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my introverted life. I'm Wendy. I need to find a cool little name to call you guys because that would be fun. Kind of thinking coconuts because it makes no sense and I don't like to make sense. Well, it's not that I don't like to make sense, it's just that I naturally don't. Yeah. I might have issues. I also like songs with coconut. I don't like coconut. Really don't care for the taste. But I like coconuts. I like the songs. I like the one that's sung in Lion King. Got a lovely bunch of coconuts. I like the lime in the coconut. Lime in the coconut. Heck yeah. You can be coconuts. You want to be coconuts? Hi, coconuts. If that sticks, I'm gonna be so surprised. I won't remember it by the next time things go around, but I was watching somebody on YouTube, and he started off by saying, "Hi, you lovely bunch of coconuts." He doesn't always do that. He just did it for one video. It was funny. Anyways, massive tangent. Time out. This is the shawl that I'm designing, and I am this far along, and I decided to weigh my yarn to try and figure out about how much I was going to get out of this. I'm not getting it as long as I want it. That is depressing. That is very depressing. I want it to be as long as I want it to be. And it's not. So I need 3 or 4 skeins. I was looking, just wasn't, have to spend $30 or so just to get basic. Not any sort of hand-dyed yarn or anything like that. So I pulled out a couple of options for 3 skeins, because I don't have 3 skeins of the same color. I pulled this and thought maybe a fade, but do a much longer fade between these two, and between these two, which would look cool, but I wasn't really planning on designing it as a fade. And in order to do that, kind of creates it as a fade, and I don't really want it to be a fade. So I was looking at yarn online. I was thinking of ordering some. I don't want to necessarily order some. I have so much yarn. Well, I don't have so much yarn compared to a lot of people, but I've got so much yarn that I'd much rather just use. Another option is this. I actually have 2 more skeins of this because I was going to do a sweater. But let's face it, I never get around to actually making the sweaters. I've got 2-3 sweaters started that I have not been finishing. And I think it's because I really don't wear them the way I used to. So I'm thinking maybe this, you'd see the pattern in this so much better, I think, with this yarn than you would with this yarn. This yarn wound up being much more color than I had originally anticipated. I feel like the design might look better. Sorry. Scrapey, scrapey, scrape. For crying out loud. But yeah. Like, where's my swatch? Where's my swatch? And there's some patterning of a somewhat more solid coloring, more tonal. Cool pattern, for sure. That's why I want to make the shawl, because it would be an awesome shawl. I feel like that would probably be feel like a fade done in this shawl would be really pretty, but that's not the way I want to design it. So this makes more sense. Anyways, time out for a few days while I try and decide. But that is definitely all I've got for you right now. I just wanted to get on here and get this recorded. I have done no cross stitch. It's only been like a day since I posted my last video, so it's only been like a day that I haven't cross stitched. But that's where I'm at with all of this at the moment. So we'll see what happens. This takes a long time, like, it's not a quick pattern. It is not a quick stitch. Colors I was looking at online. I was looking at a sage color, but that would cost me like 50, 60 bucks. And then I was looking at a natural color, which would be, you know, kind of more in this sort of range, which would look really cool, I think. Very cottagecore-ish, I think. Victorian cottagecore. I don't know what to do. Okay, gonna leave you here. Be back with cross stitch or knitting or goodness knows what. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it's Thursday, like the 21st, I think. Don't quote me on that. Wanting to show you where I got to on this. Wanted to get more done on it. Still want to get more done on it. But I'm down to so few days that I need to work on my other Wipgo project. And this one is complete. I've completed the Wipgo portion of this. I've put in 8 hours plus, so I am all good. I still really wanted to get the blocks rolling and, you know, I mean, technically I could have done it, but I was just working, is focusing a lot on the business, because that's what you have to do when you run a business. Sales are going great. Here's 3 grime guards that I'm getting ready to get the pinning done on with the elastic so that I can get them sewn up tomorrow and sent out tomorrow. Ignore the cut on my finger. It doesn't want to focus on it. Wow, any other time it focuses on my fingers like none other. Yeah. Well, that was 30 seconds of me doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, cut on finger. This is what happens when you're not paying attention to where the blade is at with the paper cutter. It's one of the guillotine paper cutters. And I just was kind of sitting there, and I moved my hand up and I bumped the blade. Ooh, that blade was sharp. Kind of surprised at how sharp that blade was. But yeah, should probably talk about cross stitch because that's what this channel is about. Didn't quite get where I wanted to with this. Might keep it out for a little bit. Who knows? Hard to say. On another note, something that did take up time today. Go forward. That is not the same setup that you saw previously. That is a higher table, and I stand and sew instead of sit and sew. It's very interesting because I'm just not... Gotta get used to position for standing because, yeah, it was not quite as easy. It'll be nice to stand instead of sit. It was nice that my foot did not swell to the size of a grapefruit, but got that there. Sorry. This guy right here that holds my threads, that was down here, so I had to move that over. but there's space. Previously, there was a chair right here with a round table here, or oblong table. This is back in by a few inches because the oblong table stuck out a little bit more. No chair there, so going off over into the kitchen that way. There's more space to get to the kitchen now, so yay for that. But definitely looks cool. Well, it looks like I'm, average everyday Joe, just doing my thing. I need to get a new, this is a brand new machine, but if I keep up at the rate that I'm going, I need to get an actual commercial machine. Industrial, I have no clue about. The only industrials I've ever used have only done straight stitch. I don't do just straight stitch, I do zigzag stitch. So I think it's commercial that I need. I would have no clue moving beyond that with industrial. And industrial is more speed, and speed doesn't necessarily work with what I do, so I'm pretty sure commercial's where I need to go. But yeah, anywho, that is where she is at. And this is 5 minutes of randomness when I could have spent 30 seconds to go, hey guys, this is what I've got done. Gonna have to set her aside for a couple and actually work on the Half Moon Oracle shawl. So hopefully that is what you will see in my next clip. So see you in a sec. Okay, so at the moment I'm actually filming this, excuse me, from a very weird angle. I have my camera on a tripod, and the tripod I bought, I did not pay attention to the length of the legs, and they're like short, they're like, yeah, so getting any sort of distance is like next to impossible. But Wipgo, I started my Half Moon Oracle shawl, which is what we got going on here. Yay! I'm getting ready to start the brioche section, and I'm just getting ready to go into the second color, which I have never done before, and I'm going to put that over there. But yeah, I was, as you can see, colors on this side, or color, oh, for crying out loud, stupid thing. Sorry, that's just always in the way, no matter what. Downside to the circulars. Not easy to show anything. But yeah, when you first start, usually the strand from the ball is on this side. And to do the brioche, because you start in the second color, it needs to be on this side. So the pattern says when you're done to take these guys and move them over onto the new onto the other needle, so that the yarn will be on this side and you can do the second color. So I did that. I got it all over. It's not too many stitches, so it's not too bad. But then I was looking at it and I was kind of like, I wonder. And I turned it this way and I grabbed a hold of it and I went whoosh. Yeah. This is exactly how I would have ended my last stitch. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And that's what I did, I moved all these stitches over onto this needle, because that's what it said to do. And I'm like, really? So from now on, when it says to move stitches over to the needle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab hold of this, I'm going to turn it this way, as if I'm about to stitch again. And I'm going to grab a hold of this right here, I'm going to go whoop, 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 voila. This end can start the new color. Like, it should not be that difficult whatsoever. I could not believe this was not written in the pattern. Like, she literally says to use the circular needles. So I would assume, I don't know, the pattern was written in like 17, and this is, I have a feeling this is something she's learned since then. And probably a newer version of the pattern actually says something like that. Because I cannot imagine for like 5 years people have been brioching on circular needles and taking the time to, you know, move stitches over onto the other needle when they can just do that. That just seems so highly unlikely. Anyways, yeah, that is where I got to on that. And yes, I only did, you know, about an hour's worth of work just to get this done. There's a lot of reading the pattern. She does this I-cord edging thing that is ridiculously overcomplicated. And you can make an edging that appears pretty much the exact same way as an I-cord edging and is super quick and super fast. So, yeah, just a slightly overcomplicated pattern that doesn't need to be slightly overcomplicated that much. Right in here, there's supposed to be larger eyelets, like up here, but I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I was grabbing the wrong part of the yarn. That was a yarn over, for those of you that do know knitting. Yarn over, and I was just grabbing it the wrong way. I was thinking of it as, because it's called an increase row, so I was thinking of it as, you know, like a make one versus an eyelet, because, well, I'm a dunce like that. Anyways, Wipgo goal number 2 for month July. Sorry, I know that sound. I apologize. It drives me nuts, too. Anyways, goal number 2, Wipgo July, is underway. I'm going to be starting the brioche probably tomorrow. Hopefully I'm going to put in a little more than an hour tomorrow. I'd like to get in a couple just to get it out of the way. Yeah. Don't know where I'm going to be at with cross stitch. I think I'm going to try and tomorrow do a wheel spin and do half an hour on whatever project it lands on. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in a sec. Okay, here we go. I have not done this way in a while. I need to get back into it. So I figured I'd better show this to you. 25/7 spin. You know, do it differently. If you've watched my stuff before, do a spin, do 25 to 30 minutes on project that is spun. Today's was Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. I haven't said that in forever. I hope that's actually the correct name. Yeah, we were calling it Lila, and it's Lila. Pretty sure that's correct. Anyways, this is it. This is the part that I'm working on. I did just put in a couple stitches and then remembered I needed to film this. So put in those couple stitches there. Should be able to pretty easily finish up that motif, and then we'll probably get started in on this one, I'm guessing. Maybe I'll put in that little guy there instead. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing. I'll see you in a sec with my progress. And this is where we ended up. As you can see, I finished that one. I finished that one. I started the big guy here, big medallion right here. This and this turned out to be the same color, so made it real easy. Yeah, I feel like I should have got a little bit more done, but I also feel like I just was, I don't know, not quite focused for some odd reason. I was just like thinking about other stuff I needed to work on and get done. So I might need to move, because it is early in the day. It's about lunchtime. That's why I'm not focused. I need food. Never mind. Do cross stitch after eating might help. But I was thinking about shop things I needed to do and putting a post on Instagram and, you know, doing all the not so fun small business, running a business type of things. Yeah, all of that fun stuff. Was focused on that sort of stuff, so just wasn't working as quick. Maybe I'll try and do my 25/7 spin later on in the evening. Though honestly, I work throughout the day. I tend to like to, one of the things I generally like to do is work for a couple hours and then take like an hour break, and then work for like a couple hours and then take like an hour or two break, you know. Just work in little spurts like that. It works really, really great for me. And it's not like I've worked for 8 hours straight and then later on in the evening, you know, an idea pops up and, you know, I spend 6 more hours working on an idea, even though I've already done 8 hours worth of work. Instead, I've actually taken time during the day to, you know, stop and cross-stitch, stop and knit. Those sorts of things. So, it's just a schedule that works really, really well for me. Because I don't like sitting for an extended period of time working on things. I can't sit still. I have no ability whatsoever to sit still. Sit still? No, 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 no. My body does not do that. My body does not like that. Just no. So, anyways, we'll see what I get up to tomorrow. I did not add in my new projects that I started last month into my wheel. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off of here, and once I do that, we'll see what I end up spinning for tomorrow. As for that, I do plan on working on Wipgo today at some point, so I'll probably see you in a second with that. And here we are. I have put in, well, I just put in 1 hour and I put in 2 hours previously. I've gone through this basic section and this little brioche section, and it is set up and ready to start the lace section, which will be done in the golden brown color. You can see the brioche better on that side, along with all the junk. But yeah, here's my project tracker. Trying to remember to get these going for new projects, which is sometimes happening and sometimes not, because I'm slow at remembering those sorts of things. But yeah, as you can see, yesterday I put in an hour, and then earlier I put in an hour, and then just now I put in an hour. So I've got 3 hours already out of the 8, so only have 5 more. Only 5 more. 5 more hours to go. As you can see, initially I put in 16 rows. Of course, that was just the very start. Several of the rows were like 5 stitches, 8 stitches. Then this one, I only put in 5 rows, took me an hour. This was my start of learning brioche, so there was a lot of kind of studying and redoing, and I had some yarn overs that were not done correctly, and I had to go back and fix those, so I only got in a few rows, but now that I've got it figured out, at least for this section, don't know if I'll remember it when I get to the next section, whole different ball game there. I will probably be looking it up again, because I probably will not remember it exactly in my head, because my head does no longer remember things the way it used to. Getting old sucks. But because I have figured it out, I was able to get through several more rows quite quickly, and then get rows set up for the start of the lace section. So, yay, I have a feeling that the lace section, I believe the lace section is quite a bit bigger. Hopefully I put in a photo of the Oracle Shawl when I first showed it to you. Yeah, if not, I'll put one in right here. If there's not one there, that means I remembered to beforehand. If there's not, then I was editing and saw my finger going woo and went, oh crap, something's supposed to be there. So I went ahead and put it in there instead of putting it back at the beginning. Yeah, but that is what is happening with that. This is actually the back, and yes, I've got threads everywhere. This is what will be the front. It's designed to start seeing the color peeking through so that it then moves on to the next color, and it's not fully, it's not really a fade color change, but it's not an abrupt color change. So yeah, I was hoping there was a little bit more variant difference between the green and the yellow. There is not, but the blue, which I don't know if I showed you the blue. I don't think I showed you the blue. I'm showing you the gold, and you can see the green. I showed it to you previously. I just didn't think there was enough variance in the green to blue to make it work with the brioche, and I feel like there's going to be more that way. I'm probably completely wrong. Who knows? My color skills have been like depleting recently. I don't know what's going on. But I'm still loving the color combo because I think it's going to be cool. Anyways, that is it for now. I should be back probably tomorrow with another 25/7 spin. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, hopefully this was a quick video. No, I told you in the last clip that the next video should be cross stitch. It's not. I want to show you printer difference, okay? This one here is my, well, I still have the printer, but it's my printer I've had for several years. It's Brother Laser, and it used to be not too bad, and I figured when I made these little thank you cards that I would just go ahead and use the laser printer, use the ink in the laser printer, or the toner, because laser printers have toner. And I figured, you know, just use that. Prints up real quick. I can print up plenty of these all at once, and I won't use all the ink in the inkjet because inkjets run through ink very quickly, whereas lasers don't run through toner nearly as quickly. So I printed some of these up, and, you know, coloring's a little bit off. It's supposed to be a little more green, but that doesn't bother me. But I was looking at this, and I'm like, it's just not very sharp, and you can't see it very well. But if you look at the, like, color outside, and I'm like, I'm looking at my my screen, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, no, the screen is sharp and it doesn't have all the weird coloring. So I'm like, well, let's print it up on the inkjet and see what happens. Look how clear and crisp that is. Look how fuzzy that is. Yeah. And more true to color. And I'm just like, oh, wow. So yeah, I think my laser printer is a little bit off kilter. Like I said, it's old. It's supposed to be wireless. It doesn't connect wirelessly anymore. I've had it for, oh goodness, 8 years probably. So maybe I can figure out how to go in and test print and get it sharpened up. It's had issues with the toner as well. The toner, it kind of like, the process like heats up and like melts the powder, and it's had issues with not quite doing that correctly and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think it may be just on its last leg and on its way out. Like I said, it is 8 years old, so needless to say, gonna have to purchase a chunk of extra ink so I can use my inkjet quite regularly. These are kind of thin. These are, I don't know, they're between cardstock, which is more 60-pound weight, and your regular weight paper, which I think is 20-pound. So I think these are like 32-pound or something like that. So they're thicker, but not quite the thickness that I want them to be on. So I'm also going to possibly look into Vistaprint, because I do need to get business cards. So maybe thank you cards through them as well. We will see. We will see what happens with that. So anyways, for some odd reason felt like showing you this and sharing this little entertainment with you, but this next time I should actually be back with cross stitch, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, quick look at where I'm starting at on today's 25/7 spin, which was Miss Christmas Eve. Mirabilia, pretty. This is where I'm starting at. Got some green in here. It is in this area right here. Whoopsies. Yeah, it's right in there. So, yeah, I intend to finish off this green. Maybe, probably work with the same green some more and just keep filling in. Expect to get this bit done. And this is how far I got. And let me tell you, it was a massive mess. I only got one strand in. I should have got more in. But I get to here and I discover this slightly lighter color here on both of these is in the wrong spot. They are in the wrong spot. This one is supposed to be clear down here. This is just over one. It's supposed to be shifted over one way or the other. I can't remember. But yeah, I was like, and the way it's designed, like fudging it's real easy because you just don't have to. You don't have to worry about it because it's just flingy little bits everywhere. It can be fine. You can just leave it where it is and not worry about it. However, you have to let yourself know that things are in the wrong spot. So I'm showing you a tiny bit of this pattern. You cannot get the entire pattern from this tiny little bit. If you are the type of person that will go in and get screenshots from 1,000 different people of a full pattern, well, you've got more issues than I can help you with. So yeah, not worrying about this, but this is to just show you the markarounds. Let me know that I had filled them in and they are actually not done. What happened here? Well, I miscounted where I'd accidentally put this. I had indicated here, and that was wrong. It's actually across there. So I had to redo that, mark that these things hadn't been filled in. Like, I started filling it in here. Nope, wrong spot. So I put it in here. Nope, wrong spot. So I put it in here, which is where it's actually at now. Yeah, I have issues today, apparently. I have issues every day. What am I talking about? But, so yeah, I only got one strand, or didn't even get one strand. I finished up the one strand on it. And it now looks like this. So I finished up a couple here and filled in a little bit here. And yeah. So hopefully I sort of remember that next time I have to work on this. If not, like I said, I do have the pattern bit things that I just kind of always do, and it's kind of like, okay, well those aren't there and they're supposed to be there, you know, and I can kind of look at it and be like, okay, well here's some counting ones, those aren't there, those are there, here's stuff that's not supposed to be here, oh look, here's filled in, okay, I get what I did, you know, I should be able to do that, maybe, no promises. This is my brain. My brain does not function correctly. But that will be it for now. I have every intention of working on my Half Moon Oracle Shawl later on today. That is the plan. So that is what you should see next. Hopefully, if you noticed, I randomly put in other bits and bobs on occasion, even though I claim I'm going to do something else. So, who knows? Plan is Half Moon Oracle Shawl, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it is now Tuesday. Keep wanting to say it's Monday. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday. I did not do a spin yesterday, and I did not work on my Wipgo yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was mostly working. I had to run errands. For some odd reason, that always throws my schedule, like, way off. I don't know why. Anyways, did do a spin. And that spin was Death by Cross Stitch. This is it. This is actually a dark, like, chocolate brown color being done on this fabric I dyed myself, which you can see how bad of a job I did. It was doing really well. And then I decided to make a slightly darker tone to add over, and I didn't mix it correctly. I thought I had, but I hadn't, and it's just not, to get a piece of fabric this size is just not cheap, and I'm poor, so it's even weave. I don't remember what count, but I'm working with it as is. I don't think it's going to be completely horrible because, like, the little speckles are literally basically everywhere, so it almost gives the appearance of like it's supposed to be that way rather than just the like marbled effect. Anywho, I'm going to get to work on this. I am going to change the way I am doing the daily spin. I'm creating a brand new PDF that will go into my shop and will have just a really cool kind of like whip challenge concept to it. So I'll probably end this vlog once I show you how far I got on this. And the next vlog, I will start doing it the new way. Totally looking forward to that. It's going to be fun, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's just going to be something different. We all need change in our lives on occasion. It's good for us. I felt like there was this... Oh, another side note. By the time this vlog comes out, another video should have come out. And it is about my interactive Grime Guard of the Month subscription club that will be available on Patreon. If you kind of ignored it because you're not interested in Grime Guard Club, go ahead and watch it. It is going to be so much more than just a Grime Guard of the Month club. It's why I call it interactive, is because it is going to have like videos, encouragement for members to interact with each other and to meet additional cross stitchers. So it'll have a very, very cheap tier 1 where you don't have to worry about getting a Grime Guard each month or anything like that. It's going to be like a couple bucks. And one thing I'm going to put on it is monthly Stitch With Me's possibly more, depending upon what I end up doing. I want to put some research into what I'm talking about during the stitch with me, so it's not just going to be me randomly talking. I'm going to actually kind of have subject matter. Probably won't be political, try to stay away from the political things, but yeah, just got some ideas running around my head, and we'll see how those work out. It also includes coupon code for my store. It will, include ability to comment. If I put up polls, you'll be able to do polls. I will have probably patron exclusive videos. I might start putting up vlogs early, like a week early there, so you have early access to the vlogs. Who knows? Also, another question for you, because I put in a lot of stuff about my studio work, about my Etsy shop in these vlogs. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, so if you have an opinion, even if you don't have much of an opinion, just a thought, put in the comments below whether you think it's okay to have that in the cross-stitch vlog, or if you'd like me to do a separate that's a word, a separate studio vlog and a separate Flosstube vlog. Just looking for your ideas, views, opinions on that. Anyways, that will be that for the moment, and I will be back in 2 shakes so you can see how far I progress on this. Okay, this is where I ended up. As you can see, I filled in a bit of a chunk. It's not a lot, but it's only 25 minutes. And if you watch the Patreon video, you'll see that I was also talking when I did most of this. I did spend a few additional minutes to fill in the 25 minutes, but yeah, it's completely worth it in my opinion, because you spend 25 minutes and fill in a little bit of this. This is Death by Cross Stitch. It has this line around here, and then I think it has a single line going down, and it is around the entire piece, which is humongous. So it's going to be one of those just random bits to sit and work on whenever. If it gets a 25/7 spin, that is the perfect time to work on it and just fill in more of the thing. It will also be great for Stitch with Me's, like super great for Stitch with Me's when I start doing those for Patreon. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, like I just said in the clip before. I was gonna end it. Be sure and check out the Patreon video. I highly recommend you check it out. Also, check out my link tree below. It has the information for things such as my Etsy shop. It has my Buy Me a Coffee link, which I think I'm going to set that up to where that money is being saved in order to get a Cricut machine, because yeah, I want to make stickers. I'm not gonna lie, I want to make stickers. I want to make stickers and put stickers in my packages to ship with to people. And I want to make exclusive Patreon stickers. And I want to make stickers. Maybe do some vinyl decals. Seriously, if you have a Cricut machine, you know why I want a Cricut machine. Anyways, that is going towards that. It has Amazon wishlist. It also has social media links. It has a link to, if you're interested in signing up for your own Etsy shop, which, by the way, if you are creating an Etsy shop, let this girl right here know, because she's going to want to check it out, because I love a good Etsy shop. I don't shop too much. What are you talking about? Anywho, it's got a link. If you sign up with that link, it gives you free listings, because listings are 20 cents a piece. It gives you so many free listings, and it gives me free listings on top of it, so it's totally worth it to sign up under not specifically my link, but anybody who has one of those Etsy links. If you're starting an Etsy shop, sign up under somebody's link for sure. Also, please take time to like the video, give it the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm always looking forward to meeting people. And if you have any comments about anything that I have said or done in this video, please write it below. I would love to actually talk to some people because I like crafty people. Crafty people are like me and they're crafty. Anyways, that'll be it for now. And yeah, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.